Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you don't know what we're talking about today we're going to be talking about makeup sponges. Woohoo! So if you like to see this video, all right, just keep watching. So, makeup sponges. We love them, we hate them. What's our opinion about them? I love makeup sponges. I think they are excellent to blend in your any kind of product that you have going on your face. And these are an excellent tool to, you know, make sure that everything is melted and blends in seamlessly. So I just wanted to give you my thoughts on some makeup sponges. I love my little jar. I got this from the Container Store, but yeah, I just house the ones that I use or want to use, you know, in it, and I just think that they're cute like this. But this one right here, I know definitely I have yet to use it, but I'm anxious to try. But every time I say, oh, okay, I'm gonna try it, it's at the bottom. I don't feel like messing with it. But just picking up the first one here, of course, you know it's going to be my e.l.f. sponge. Like I keep saying, you guys, if you don't have the e.l.f. Sponge, you're just not doing your makeup right. You're just not. If you don't have this, you are not doing your makeup right. Okay. At least one. My next sponge that I'm gonna pull out, this sponge, I thought it was very cute, and this was a recommendation of my sister, Miss Avalon 25, if that didn't make sense. And she just said, go grab these sponges. So I went to like so many Ultas to get them because they had they were discontinuing them, so they were so cheap. So this sponge is no longer available, but it is cute and it blends in super well. It blends products in super well. I can't remember what even the company's name was. Oh, not Jap, it's Jap or something. Japanese. I want to say that was the name of it. But this sponge is great. And then I have, I think it's on the dryer, because they also came out with, they had a all black one, and that one, I really love that one. So like I said, it's on the dry because I was actually using it not too long ago. All right, so my next sponge is this black and white one. See, a lot of these sponges, I think my sister and I pick them up because of their appeal. I think this one is really cute. It is by Sonia Kashuk. This is a Sonia Kashuk blender. This is really good for getting in right under your eye. I have mixed reviews of this. Sometimes I feel like this is the best product, you know, the best blender, hands down, and other times I'm not too impressed with it. I feel like it is because of how long I wait to use it after I wet it. So I dampen it, go like that, wring it out, and I leave it aside until I'm ready to use it. But I feel like if there's too much water in it, it's just gonna take all your makeup away. So you have to be aware of that. But overall, it is a good sponge, especially if you're trying to get like under your eyes. So like you're trying to clean up under here, or you are like me, for some reason, I think it's because my eyes tear so much, but right under here is dark. I think you could actually see it here on that. Nonetheless, if you need to get right in there, this is a great sponge for that. All right, so next, I'm trying to get them all, would be the Beauty Blender. There are some of them. I have all the little pretty cute colors, all the colors you can think of. I have a lighter pink that I feel like is just has been washed too many times, because it originally comes this pink, and then I feel like as soon as you let it hit the water, it starts going until it's that color. So this is an older one. Oh no, one bled out on my other Sonia Kashuk. So I had two of them in here, but see, the color got on here. Oh God, only God knows how that happened. This one is a black, ooh, a black beauty blender. I have 2 of those, 3 of those. Okay, 4 of those. My next one is going to be by Sigma. This is the 3D HD blending sponge. I love the grooves of it. This sponge is really good because of, like I said, the grooves. You can take this and you can go, you know, it literally fits in here. And you can pat, pat, pat. It's really good for placing the powder, placing the product, and then you could just pounce until you blend away and everything like that. Really, really good. For this, I use the top when I'm trying to clean up, which is what I use for all of the pointed parts of them. I just normally take them just to clean them up, clean up an area that messed up or something like that. But this one is pretty good. Pretty good meaning it's pretty amazing. I love this blending sponge. All right, so I only have 1 more of these, I think, and that's the Real Techniques blending sponge. When I first started makeup, this was my sponge. This probably was the first Real Techniques was probably the first sponge that I did purchase, and it's pretty good for its price point. Yeah, it does its job. But once I graduated to Beauty Blender, I couldn't use this again. So right now it just hangs out in the jar for aesthetic. This big one right here is by Sonia Kashuk as well. And I have not used this yet. It's kind of one of those that just sit in the jar for the aesthetic. But it looks like it'll be a really good thing to get to, like, if I feel like if I was gonna use a sponge to do my foundation, I probably would use this, because it just seems like it would hurry up and get the product on, but also blend it in properly, because it has this slope. You know, you can do your blending, I mean, you can do your buffing, and you can do your blending, and you can do your placement. That's why I think this would be an awesome sponge. But again, this is not a sponge that I have used. That's just bringing us on to the Body Blender by Real Techniques. This was, I see a couple of people use this sponge, and I keep telling myself, you know what, you should try it. Why do you have it just in there? So one day I plan on trying this to see how well it works. But this is how it looks. It is pretty it's on the big side, so I can only imagine when it's wet, because you know all sponges, when they're wet, they expand. Just could imagine how this would work. Then I have a bunch of these guys. I'm trying to get them all out, and I have them in a lime color and a black color, and that's these little guys right here. They came with the Beauty Blender, and these are, I think these are the Beauty Blender's fails, but they are little mini sponges that you're supposed to use to go like conceal under your eyes, but I think they're really garbage. So they're just in here because they came with a sponge set. Real Techniques also came out with, oh, that's how they are, a little mini sponge. Never used it. It literally sits at the bottom of the container just for the aesthetic, like I said. And lastly, this was by Beauty Blender. This is all it is. I don't remember why they came out with this, and I don't even remember how I got it, but this is a sponge as well. I don't know what you use it for, but it sits at the bottom of my container just so that it has a home. But again, I don't really use it for anything. But top, like I always say, that's like I've said, my top blenders are the e.l.f. blenders. Then if I had to throw another blender in there, it would be the Sigma HD, and also the ones that I said were discontinued. These are a really good one by that company whose name I can't remember. Then I would probably say the next best one would be the I'm sorry, why am I the beauty blenders, even though I have so many. I feel like, you know what, my only issue with beauty blender is how hard it is to clean them. If beauty blender would just take some soap and water, my life would be so easy. But you have to buy the cleaner and everything like that in order to clean it, and you know, you have to use that every single time. But when I'm in a rush, like, oh, you know, if I'm getting ready in the morning to go to work, I don't want to have to do the massive cleaning that is involved with it. I like the fact that, you know, I can take my e.l.f. sponge, put some hand soap on it, and excuse me, it will clean it. That's what I like. I want something that fast. But because, you know, you have to get the cleaner, swish it around and everything before you get it clean, I don't have time for that. So I will not gravitate towards them. Like, they're just getting pushed down further and further to the bottom of this this jar here, just because it's like it's too much. Like I said, I'm not about that wasting time life. I have limited time to get up. Most of the time in the morning, I'm ready to go back to bed, and now I have to waste time to clean a blender. So if it's the weekend and I'm like, all right, let me take my time on my makeup, then I'll go ahead and use a beauty blender. But I hope you guys like this video. I hope you'll go ahead and try some of these blenders if you don't already have them. If you have any, just leave it in the comments down below. Let me know what blenders you have. Let me know what blenders you've tried. Do you recommend any blenders that I did not mention? Please let me know. I'm always curious to try new things and new products. And definitely, guys, get your hands on that e.l.f. sponge. It will change your makeup game. You'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So that's all I have. Until my next video, bye guys.